Welcome back to the IBFP. Here's your host, Foxy New.
Welcome back to IBFP University, where we educate casuals. Teofimo Lopez fights for legacy, and Gervonta Tank Davis fights for money. And look, let's just go ahead and break it down honestly and objectively as possible. And we start, we see that Teofimo Lopez versus Vasyl Lomachenko is not a pay-per-view fight. Bob Arum states that ESPN has stepped up to keep this fight off of pay-per-view. And the only reason they were able to keep this fight off of pay-per-view is simply because Teofimo Lopez and Vasyl Lomachenko did not have outrageous demands for money. These guys were losing millions of dollars on the gate. These guys were losing millions of dollars in advertising and sponsorships, and yet Teofimo was insistent that this fight happened next, even without a live gate, even off of pay-per-view, why these guys lose millions, because they're fighting for legacy, they're fighting for undisputed, they're fighting for greatness, they're fighting for more than just money. And then on Tank Davis end, you see that, according to Leonard Hot Dog Nose Ellerby, Tank Davis is going to be fighting Leo Santa Cruz on pay-per-view on October 24th. Now, the interesting thing about that fight is that Gervonta Tank Davis is going down in weight to face Leo Santa Cruz, who's coming up in weight, who's a natural 126-pound fighter, who's moving up in weight to face Tank Davis. And this is a guy, who has no power or defense. It's an obvious cherry pick. So while Teofimo Lopez is fighting a great fighter, that's not on pay-per-view, losing millions just to make this fight happen next, not delaying it 6 months when fans would be back to make even more money. These guys could double or triple what they're making this fight by simply waiting 6 months, but no, they want the fight now. But Tank Davis is fighting a cherry pick on pay-per-view. You can see who wants to be great. But let's just keep it going. You also see, Teofimo Lopez was calling out Vasyl Lomachenko relentlessly after every fight, every opportunity, and every chance he got. He really wanted the Loma fight. And you know what? He got the Loma fight because he went and worked for it, because he earned that title shot. And at the end of the day, even Teofimo Lopez is so confident in his abilities, same as Vasyl Lomachenko, that these guys aren't even worried or hung up on a rematch clause in their fight. That shows you how badly these guys wanted to get this fight done, that neither one of these guys had to be assured of a rematch. At the end of the day, these guys simply want to fight for greatness, lay it all on the line, and risk everything in one fight. But on Gervonta Tank Davis' side, you see that this is the same guy that's literally called out Vasily Lomachenko, never fought him, called out Manny Pacquiao, Josh Taylor, Tevin Farmer. I mean, the guy has called out everybody and literally fought none of these top dangerous names. Styles truly do make fights, and he's calling out names that he has no intention on fighting anytime soon. You even see Teofimo Lopez, on the other hand, stating out of his own mouth, I'm about to make history and become undisputed, pretty much stating how he's fighting for legacy, coming out and saying that he wants to be the best. He wants to make history. This is what he wants to do. And Gervonta Tank Davis, on the other hand, stating that $100 million cash, I'm coming to get it. This guy is focused on the money of the sport, trying to get his bankroll to be as big as possible. He's trying to get it through cherry picks, crazy style matchups, anything he can do to get an advantage, anything he can do to make an extra buck. You even see the guy taunting Ryan Garcia over $200,000 purse. Gervonta Tank Davis is all about the money. I mean, look, let me just break down Gervonta Cheeseburger Davis. At the end of the day, when you look at a guy like Gervonta Cheeseburger Davis, you see the guy doesn't want to be great. He's the most protected fighter in boxing, period. The guy calls out everybody, stating he's going to knock out Josh Taylor, wanting to fight Manny Pacquiao, talks about how everybody's trash and how he can beat these guys, but yet he's fighting none of the top fighters at 135 pounds. He could have been in the place of Teofimo Lopez and fought Loma right now if he truly wanted that fight. He didn't, and that's why that fight didn't happen. That's why he's not looking to face a guy like Teofimo. That's why he's not looking to face guys like Luke Campbell, Jorge Linares. He's not looking to face any top 10s at 135. He fought an old, washed-out fighter in Gamboa, and it took him 12 rounds to stop a one-legged 40-year-old fighter in Gamboa. That's garbage truck juice. At the end of the day, Gervonta Cheeseburger Davis is fighting for money and never legacy. But once again, unbiased as always, it's IBFP.